Good morning, everybody. I'm Bodhi Lama Shannon, and I have crows. And I also have incense, which I meant to light before I went live. But today I wanted to talk about motivation and like what really motivates us to get out of the bed in the morning and do Dharma practice. Mostly for me, it's I do a lot of things for the benefit of all beings. And in short, I am one of those all beings. So I'm lighting incense right now, if you're wondering what I'm doing. I'm lighting incense because it is what we call smell liberation. See, light the incense, offer. As the smoke goes, we offer this beautiful healing incense to all beings. Please like and join and push the little heart up there so you can see. Okay. There's my incense I'm offering. So I want to really motivate you to set really powerful and strong aspirations for yourself. So what aspirations do, it looks like this. So we're going to set our, oh I got my hair, a little intention. So in order to do anything, you have to have intention, right? So we set our, what we call our bodhicitta intention. Namo Buddhaya. To liberate, for the true happiness of all beings, I will swiftly become Buddha in this very life. Therefore, I will joyfully practice the Buddha path. So what does the Buddha path look like, right? The Buddha path is the practice of positive thinking. It's the practice of renunciation, compassion, faith, love, and wisdom. Thank you so much for liking and following my life. My name is Bodhi Lama Shannon, and I've been a really wholeheartedly devout Buddhist practitioner since 2003. I did my first 6-month retreat in 2008, and I've done subsequent 3 and 6-month retreats every year since. And I just really believe that like the power of discipline, motivation, love, compassion, but we have to train our minds in these disciplines of whenever we come into the face of our triggering object, how do we motivate each other to maintain that composure? Because that's what the word patience means. Patience means to be in the face of a triggering object and maintain composure. Okay, so that's what we need. So this is the dawn of awakening. Our Buddha path practice, which I practice every day, every morning. The preliminary practice is literally called the dawn of awakening. And right now, you can't see it. Here, I'll flip my camera around so you can. Is the dawn. We have the dawn arising. See? So I use all my blankets, but these are my little plants that I have. That's my Dzogchen flag on my patio. I have all of our LGBTQ flags up because I support. Good morning, Rosita. I love you. I'm happy to see you here. Please like a bunch, follow. If you share it, then more people can see it. Rosa is one of my students. She came on the Vajrasattva retreat with me in Tulum, and I really hope that all of you join us for some preliminary practice and meditation this morning. So if you sit quietly for a few minutes and settle down in what they call your own natural serenity. And sometimes you're like, y'all, my mind is totally not serene at all, because what your mind does is your single present moment thinking focuses on an object with an intention. Now you have to keep in mind that your thinking is always doing this. It's always your subject, which is your single present moment thinking, always has an object and always have some sort of intent or energy in which it's focusing on that object. So always keep that in mind. So it's your job as a new practitioner, which is what we all are now, is to maintain the correct intention on the object in which you focus. So that is really like meditation in the smallest of nutshells. So this morning, as we listen to our crow friends and we are feeling the beautiful air outside, we want to maintain our positive thinking by settling down in our own natural serenity. So what we want to focus on here is the Buddha. We want to focus on the Buddha's light blessing us. That is a very preliminary meditation. And if you make negative comments, then I just kind of block you. So, because this is my universe, and you don't get to come in here. Oh, the morning just makes you sad. Oh, okay. I take it all back then. Hopefully I didn't block you. Sorry. I take personal peace in this space very seriously. So whenever people come in that are negative, I don't allow them to stay. So thank you. Oh, I'm going to get a little bit of water here. So first off, welcome to our new practitioners, new Dharma practitioners, new positive thinking practitioners. Here's your incense. May you have peace and happiness, and may you never separate from that peace and happiness, even for 1 second. Even the most temporariest of happinesses, may you never separate from the most temporariest of happinesses. So, back to positive thinking. So we can say, I am single present moment thinking only. My single present moment thinking is one thing. We can say that. We can say my single present moment thinking is one thing, but with countless qualities. Okay? And I gotta fix my little stand. I'm new to TikTok Live, if you can't tell. I don't have a whole lot of fancy setups. It's just me. It's me and my camera against the universe. Against the negative forces in the universe. Hopefully that stays. Okay. I think we got a winner. Okay. All right. So the most fundamental of Buddhist teachings, the most basic but most profound, is I am single present moment thinking only. So let's talk about that for just a second. I am single present moment thinking only. The past no longer exists. This is a truth. This is a natural truth, like gravity. I am single present moment thinking is a natural truth. Okay? But what that means is the past no longer exists, but that doesn't mean it doesn't matter. What it means is that the energy of the past exists in the present moment, and we call that karma. So now you out there in TikTok universe might think, oh, I know what karma means, but you would be wrong. Sorry. Let me explain. My 25 years of Dharma practice will help you understand what the word karma means. Now, yes, it's a Sanskrit term, and it's like, it can mean many things. Like, the English language is also complex like that, but the word karma in this context is going to mean this. Karma means imprint of thinking, habit of thinking, energy of thinking, education of thinking. It is a functional word. It's a movement word. So in this context, from here moving forward, whenever you hear the word karma, I want you to think habit of my mind, the habit of my thinking. So whenever anybody says, oh, that's your karma, say, oh, they mean what Lama Shannon said, which my karma is the habit of my mind. So what habituals have you gotten yourself stuck in? And you'll hear me say that a lot, habituals. What habituals have you gotten yourself stuck in? I know. You know how I know that you're stuck in a habitual? Because I get stuck in habituals too. And you and I are not separate in that way. Every being wants happiness and does not want suffering without having been taught that want. That is what the Buddha taught. Every being in all universes wants happiness and doesn't want suffering. And nobody had to ever teach you to want happiness, and nobody ever had to teach you to not want suffering. That is also a natural truth. And the Buddha taught that. The problems arise. Listen close. The problems arise when we don't understand the causes of happiness and the causes of suffering. So where do we need to look to understand this? We have to look right here. It's not going to be out there. It's going to be right here. Because how you perceive your universe, your phenomena, your life is your habitual patterns. So what we're going to try to do here is we're going to try to mix it up a little bit. We're going to try to change those habitual patterns so you get more grooved into engaging, even at this point, engaging negative phenomena with love or compassion. I was actually talking to my husband yesterday, and I was like, really, the problem isn't like your life. The problem is whenever you get in contact with a negative stimulus, a negative phenomena, it's how resilient you are. If you want to know the truth, it's how resilient are you? Like, this whole teaching should be called, how resilient are you? It's like a game show. Like, how resilient are you today? You know, and that depends on if you have tamed and trained your mind, because right now you are tamed and trained, but you're tamed and trained to have that monkey mind that jumps around from object to object to object. So your single present moment thinking is going object, 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 and it loses its power. Oh, thanks. Well, it's beauty is in the eye of the beholder, my friend. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So back to single present moment thinking and meditation. So I want to engage and inspire you to get disciplined and to do something every day where you train your mind in the habit of looking at it in a new way. Because if you want a new result, you have to look at this in a new way. There can be no old way that gets you a new result. So we have to practice love and compassion. So how do we do that? Well, we have to meditate, because they say no repeat, no result, and whatever you repeat, you become. Guys, whatever you repeat, you become. Whatever you repeat, you become. I'm going to say it a bunch. Whatever you repeat, you directly experience. Whatever you repeat, you become. Whatever you repeat, you experience. So you have to choose a new way to experience life. Deep Thoughts by Lama Shannon. My name is Bodhi Lama Shannon, and I have gone on 6-month retreats and 3-month retreats, and I know you like my song. Thank you. Well, here I am. My name is Bodhi Lama Shannon, and I have taught and practiced Dharma for 25 years. I went on my first 6-month retreat in 2008, and I'm a big proponent of people telling me no, because people told me you can't go on a 6-month Buddhist retreat with a baby. So you know what I said? I said, well, you might not be able to do that, but I sure can. And me and my 1-year-old baby and my husband went on a 6-month retreat and studied the Dharma very deeply and intimately with about 40 other people, and it was an amazing, beautiful experience. And I want to share that with you because I realize that there's just so much negative thinking and negative stuff flying around. You need to be like Wonder Woman with your like magical bracelets to pew, 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 and block that. So if you aren't trained in the sacred arts of love and compassion, then how would you learn how to block it, right? How would you learn how to block? Thanks, Rosie. How would you learn how to block the pew-pews that are coming at you, the like negative energy and the negative vibes? You got to protect yourself, protect your positive thinking. And the only way, they say, the only way to protect your positive thinking is to repeat positive thinking, because that means that you have like your shields up, y'all. What's your shield? Patience, love, compassion, generosity, unprecedented kindness. Go for it. See what happens. Do something new and different today in your life. Smile. Okay, I'm going to teach you how to practice generosity without giving away. People think generosity, and I think they think money, right? You got to give me money. No, that's not it. You can practice generosity in many, many ways, and one of those ways is this. Eye contact, smile, wave. Hey, I see you. I love you. You have to think of new and unique ways in this very trying times in this world to practice all kinds of generosity. So I got a lot of background noise. Apparently TikTok tells me things. You have a lot of background noise. I like my background noise because it means I'm a real person sitting up outside. So meditation. Meditation means to hold your present moment thinking on a singular object 2 or more times. Subject, object, action. We call that, it's actually called the 3 spheres if you want to get technical into Buddhism. Subject, object, action. And we just subject, object, action over and over and over like this. But what subject, what are we thinking? What is our single present moment thinking whenever we look at our subject? Well, like if we are, say, meditating on I'll use like a mom and a newborn baby. If I'm a mom and I have a newborn baby and I am thinking about my baby, right? Then I am practicing a love meditation, and I have a love mandala, right? So in our quiet meditation in the morning before we do our preliminary practice, it's called Shamantha meditation. Then we sit quietly and put our hands on our knees, And we have our thinking, our single present moment thinking, focused on a singular object. In this case, we're going to focus on the Buddha. And then more importantly, we're going to focus on the Buddha's light. The Buddha's light. And one of the great ways to utilize things in our universe is you can actually think as the dawn of awakening, right? I'm sitting out here as the sun is rising. Then that sun, as it's rising, is going to act as a representation of Buddha's light and is going to bless me. Now, Buddha's light is not ordinary light. You know how ordinary light has a shadow and is like blocked? Buddha's light's not like that. It's unblockable. It will penetrate through anything. In Buddha's light, it has all of the sounds and all of the mantra. The entirety of the Buddhist canon is in there. So as it's penetrating you, as you're meditating on Buddha's light, then it goes deep into your present moment thinking and transforms you completely. My little babies also know that it's time to come out on the porch, and I'm not going to let them because they know they're not allowed to bark on the porch. So let's go back to Buddha's light meditation. So I'm single present moment thinking only. My single present moment thinking is one thing with countless qualities. One of those qualities is karma. Now, my karma, or the energy of my thinking, the imprint of my thinking, creates my phenomena. And that's the rub right there. I am single present moment thinking only. My single present moment thinking creates my karma creates my phenomena. And then I engage with that phenomena, and I think that it's something that's separate from me. Okay? So, as a sentient being, I think it's separate from me. But the more and more and more we level up, the more and more enlightened we become, meaning the more and more we become ingrained in love and compassion, the more and more we become ingrained in generosity and patience, diligence, discipline, mindfulness, and knowledge, then the more we create our environment as beautiful, as peaceful, because we're peaceful. If your thinking is unstable, then how can you expect your phenomena to be stable too? Answer that question for me. So the more you stabilize your mind, the more you stabilize how you perceive your phenomena, and then that becomes more how your phenomena becomes more, we say purified is a way. Oh, I've got a flash goal. I don't even know what this means, you guys. I have a flash goal pin. I'm new to TikTok Live, so be gentle. I'm also from the 1900s, so also be gentle. Thank you. Thank you for my TikTok TED Talk. Okay, so back to the story. I am single present moment thinking only. My single present moment thinking is, we can say, one thing with countless qualities, and the example I always like to give is a waterfall. If I ask you to think of a waterfall, and you bring a waterfall example into your mind right now, right? Then you think that that's one thing, right? You can like, oh yeah, that's one thing. Oh my gosh. No, it's not one thing. It's actually constantly moving and constantly changing and dynamic, and has countless things happening in it all at the same time, right? So it's actually dynamic and changing, just like you. You are dynamic and changing. So what do you want to like feed into your waterfall that you directly experience? What do you want? You want to experience peace. You want to experience joy. You want to experience bliss. You want to experience love. You want to experience kindness. Well, then you have to generate that here. Remember, karma is your generator. Right? Karma means a habit of thinking, energy of thinking, imprint of thinking. So then if you put that in your generator, then you will directly experience that in your phenomena. Because in your present moment, you now have tamed and trained. So now you can look at your phenomena with new eyes and a new outlook and a new level of engagement. But you've also changed your phenomena and purified your phenomena a little bit as well. Because it's going to make you make different decisions as you move through your life. So your phenomena will naturally change. Please tell me that makes sense to you. It makes sense to me, but I've only been doing it for 25 years. So So welcome everybody. I'm so happy that you're here. Here's some incense for you. I think it's so humid out here that it's unlit itself. I wish I was energetic as you, but knowing the truth about this place we live in. Oh, yeah, you know, I get it. Don't be discouraged. We have a saying, and it's this, and it says, may you never be discouraged by anything. And know in your heart that there are good people out there that want beautiful things for this world. One of those people is me, and I promise you, I am doing every single thing in my power, in my heart, in my energy, like light, like little Care Bears. I always use the Care Bear example because it's like, whoosh. I got my Care Bear light on 24/7, you guys. You know, I need a new lighter. This one's kind of seen its last days, you guys. Turn your Care Bear light on. Shine light. Have your practice today for generosity. So generosity is one of the what is called 6 paramitas, or 6 transcendent perfections, and it's what you want to perfect, as they say. But if you don't ever start, then how can you perfect your beauty, the beauty of your mind? Your mind is actually luminous and beautiful, just like a diamond. Think about another example I always like to give is a diamond. Okay, think about a perfect diamond. Now that diamond is 100% diamond. Like there's never a time where it separates from its diamondness. No dirt penetrates in there, right? But now imagine that dirt or that diamond is covered by dirt, right? It's covered by a bunch of dirt. So now we can't see the diamond qualities. We can't see it. That does not mean that it's not there, you guys. It is totally still there. And just like that, you are a diamond. You are a beautiful, radiant, beautiful, perfect diamond. All of your we call it result Buddha. All of your result Buddha qualities are shining and beautiful and like radiant, but you just can't see them because you are trapped in these what we call the habitual patterns. So you can see, you'll be able to see if you just do a little recitation and meditation. So we can do that together with our mala, which I conveniently left inside, but we can pretend that I have a mala in my hand. And so you would say something like, may all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May all beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May I be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May I be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. One of the universal mantras that you can say, and Rinpoche, my teacher, said you need to recite this 1,000,000 times. It's Namo Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya. Not here. I think I can put it in the chat. Namo Buddhaya. That is the universal mantra of all Buddhas. The universal mantra of all Buddhas is Namo Buddhaya. So now put your hand over your heart and say Namo Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya. So the word Buddha itself is a title, kind of like doctor or lawyer or teacher, you know, and it's something that you realize. So the word Buddha means awakened omniscience. So you awaken to your own natural Buddha qualities. Hold on just a sec. You awaken to your own Buddha qualities. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya. Because Buddha means infinite peace, boundless compassion, absolute truth. Yeah, you have those natural qualities in there. You are naturally Buddha. Just push this little heart thing and then you can follow me whenever I go live and we can talk about positive things in this world. Namo Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya. So I really want to engage and inspire you today. Your homework for the day is to go out and practice generosity, not with anything money, but with this. And your Care Bear energy. Give them what you got with your Care Bear energy. Just say in your mind, you don't say it out loud, in your mind say, may you have happiness in the causes of happiness. May you never separate from that happiness, even for one moment. Even for one moment. Because what happens is what happens is the Buddha taught that all beings always want happiness and don't want suffering without having been taught that want. But this is the but. The but arises is that we don't understand the causes of happiness and the causes of suffering. We just don't understand. We don't understand what causes our happiness, and so we get trapped in these illusions and delusions. We think maybe another person is the cause of our happiness, or this other thing is the cause of our happiness, or something outside what we perceive as outside of our mind is the causes of our happiness, or the causes of our suffering, whenever that thing gets taken away. But it's not. It's how we, in the present moment, think about that thing. It's how we think about that thing. So we have to tame and train our mind to learn how to think about our phenomena correctly and with wisdom. So what does wisdom mean? The definition of Buddha's wisdom, or the way we define wisdom in Buddhism, is 3 qualities. 1, in all universes, I does not exist. Now, I did not mean you do not exist. This pronoun I that we label our single present moment thinking is okay. But this I that we think is permanent and unchangeable, that is that's a fallacy. It is not true. You are constantly changing and dynamic. There's no permanent Shannon here. I am dynamic and changing just like you. Okay, so in all universes, I does not exist. Okay, 2, karma, the law of cause and effect, is infallible. Now remember, I said karma means the habit of your thinking. The habit of your thinking is infallible. Whatever you create, you will result in experience unless you delete. So I recommend deleting the negative things. Tigger said it best, accentuate the positive, eliminate the negative, right? He sang that little song. Was it? Or was it Winnie the Pooh? I can't remember. And then the third thing is all beings have Buddha nature. That diamond that I was talking about, all beings have Buddha nature. All beings have Buddha nature. All beings are naturally good. We're not bad beings trying to create good. We're naturally good, and we're trying to reveal the goodness to ourselves through the power of our mind. Okay? All beings naturally want happiness and don't want suffering without having been taught that want. This is directly points to our own Buddha nature. Directly points to our own Buddha nature. So, to define wisdom again, in all universes, this permanent I does not exist. We are constantly changing and dynamic. I didn't say you don't exist because I'm talking to you right now and you can hear me. I said that, it's loud. I said that this fallacy of this permanence and this permanent I definitely does not exist. It's a lie. It's a lie that you tell yourself. And that creates a lot of problems for you. So in all universes, I does not exist. Karma, the law of cause and effect, is infallible. And all beings have Buddha nature. So that's the wisdom dynamic of whenever we say wisdom in Buddhism. Yeah. So in all universes, I does not exist. Please like and follow, and then push this little heart right here up at the top. And then whenever I go live, you can know. And then we can talk about all things positive thinking. So another thing I wanted to do is set aspirations. So right now we're in the Buddha's holy month of Sagadawa. Sagadawa. It's our holy month. The Buddha attained enlightenment, parinirvana, and was born. So right now it's our holy month. Yeah, beautifully said, just like our, it says Christed nature. I think like Christ nature, our higher self is the real self. Yeah, we're getting there. So the only difference between Buddhism and, say, Christianity, we'll say. My mom is Christian, but she's definitely practices positive thinking. I teach her a lot about meditation and everything, and it melds well together with her Christian belief system. But there is one difference, so I just wanted to point that out, which is Buddhism and Buddhists don't believe in an external creator God. I guess I didn't say we don't believe in God, but we just don't have that same view of an external creator God. Oh, thanks, Sean. Thank you, everyone, for all the hearts. It really is encouraging because, I've been studying this for like 25 years. Thank you for clarifying. I'm not a Christian. Christ is just I follow. Yeah, it's good. You should follow in the footsteps of someone that's trained their mind in compassion, love, and wisdom. Definitely, I really agree with that statement. So I wanted to say, aspirations. So whenever we set an aspirations always, if you set an intention and aspiration are synonymous. So it has kind of like a magical quality, if you will. It sounds like magic, or, what is the word I'm looking for? Like Hogwarts. Where, it's like bippity boppity boo doo. So whenever you set your aspiration, it creates a certain type of energy in your mind. And so what happens is it has to have a completion. That's why you never want to set negative aspirations. Like, I don't like that person, I wish they would die, or something like that's terrible. Don't ever do that, because that aspiration has energy and it has power too. So what you want to do is, instead of saying something that's going to create the causes of your suffering in the future, switch it up. Say, oh, may they be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. Because the only reason that those bad people are doing bad things is because there's like really bad suffering there. They really don't. They're really, we call them obscured. They're very obscured. So we want to make sure that we don't create these negative intentions for ourselves and negative aspirations for ourselves. So set good aspirations every day. May I have the happiness and the causes of happiness, and may I never separate from that. Bless yourself. Say, as you get ready in the morning, say, may all those who see me, hear me, touch me, remember me, attain true happiness. That's free. It's a free blessing to the universe. So then as you go out in the day, you're constantly blessing everyone and everyone and everyone. May anyone who sees me, hears me, touches me, or remembers me become true happiness. Boom. You've just practiced generosity to the whole wide world. The whole world. May all those who see me, hear me, touch me, and remember me attain true happiness forever and never separate from that happiness. Yeah. So that's a way to practice generosity in your life. Give them a smile. Look at people in the eye. I gotta really hit this point before I go off of live. We are human beings on a human being experience on planet Earth. This gorgeous, beautiful blue planet is really amazing and special. Obviously it's special. We look in our solar system and we can't find another one like it. So bless these precious beings that are on this planet. We are all human beings on a human experience. We need to imbue humanity back into the world. So please, I request that those of you that are listening to me now, please bless this world. Whenever you see someone that's suffering, say, you don't, in your mind, you can think, you don't understand. In all universes, I does not exist. Karma, the law of cause and effect, is infallible, and all beings have Buddha nature. Nobody taught you that yet. So I will hold the space for you to learn that. I will hold this energy for you. I'm holding the space for you guys. I'm holding the space for the whole universe to become realized. I take my job very seriously as a Buddhist Lama, you guys. I'm leaning into it because please bless this world. Please like and follow me, and we can do this journey together. I really love you as human beings. It's so special to become a human being and so precious to have this precious human life. So use it wisely. Do not squander your beautiful existence as a human being on planet Earth, even for 1 second. May all those who see me, hear me, touch me, and remember me become true happiness. May you never separate from that happiness. May you become amazingly wise and radiant Buddhas. I forgot to add this to my story. I'm going to add this to my story. Oh, you love me right back. Well, I loved you first. Haha. I'm teasing. I'm not teasing. You should. You know what love means? Okay, so renunciation is inward facing. So renunciation, compassion, faith, love, and wisdom. We've got 5 qualities, positive qualities: renunciation, compassion, faith, love, and wisdom. So renunciation and compassion have to do with negative quality thinking, but it's positive thinking. You'll whenever I explain, you'll follow. The first 2 have to do with suffering, and the second 2 have to do with happiness. Renunciation is inward facing, and looking at the mind whenever you're like, oh, why am I here? I don't want to suffer anymore. Why am I suffering still? Right? Renunciation says, I don't want to suffer. I don't want suffering. I don't want the causes of suffering. Please, Buddha, please bless me to decrease the causes of my suffering. So you take that same feeling and you point it outward, and that's compassion. Well, just like I don't want to suffer, I don't want you to suffer. May you be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. So renunciation and compassion, and then renunciation, compassion, faith, and love. So faith has to do with positive happiness. So faith is inward facing, and it says, I like my positive thinking. I want to increase my positive thinking. I want to never separate from my positive thinking. My love and compassion have value. I have faith that my positive thinking will heal this world. Okay, so that's faith. And you take that same feeling and you face it outward, and that's love. And love says, I want you to be happy. May you have happiness and the causes of happiness, and may you never separate from that. So we have renunciation, compassion, faith, love, and wisdom. And we already talked about wisdom. And wisdom is, in all universes, this permanent I does not exist. Karma, the law of cause and effect, is infallible, and all beings have Buddha nature. And that's the 5 positive thinking in the very teeniest, tiniest nutshell that I could give you. Normally, we go over this for a very long time on a week-long retreat. And I just love you guys. I want to send you out into the world today with some homework to bless everyone and to practice generosity with your smile and your Care Bear energy, your natural Buddha's wisdom, light shining bright for all to see, so that they feel happy and joyful. So let's dedicate our merit. Namo Buddhaya. For the true happiness of all beings, I will swiftly become Buddha in this very life. Therefore, just as all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas dedicate, I joyfully dedicate all merit for every being to attain unsurpassable enlightenment. May all my dedications be pure like the wisdom of Manjushri. May all my dedications be fulfilled like the aspirations of Samahibhadra. Zaya, Zaya, Tsu, Zaya. All right, everyone, go out there in the world, love everyone, and be radiant. Just, be happy for no reason, because actually you have countless, oh God, the dog's good. Be happy for no reason, because actually you have countless and countless and countless reasons to be happy. You have a precious human life. You have all of your sense faculties. You can bless this world. You can hold the energy for great things to happen, and you can change your life. So go out there, change your life. I know, Goldie's barking like crazy. Goldie's my little Yorkie, and she's a cutie, but she's a barker, and she is not allowed on the patio if she barks, and she knows this. So sometimes she just sits in the window and stares at me with the look. I love you too, Rosa, and it's so happy to see you on my live, and I'll let you know, but hopefully now that you've pushed the little heart up here, then it'll just notify you, but I'll also try to let you know too, because I love you. I love you very much. All right, I got a jet. Just remember that you have Buddha nature, and you are amazing. You are amazing, and I love you. I love you. I love you. And I will never separate from you guys, and we'll become Buddha in this very mandala. Okay, bye. I love you. See you later. I don't know how to end the live. Here we are, just hanging out. Okay, bye.